how the mighty have fallen. A photography. Photography. Friday. Thank you. Rock'em sock'em. Ah, schnitzel. I bumped my camera. I'll do a bump. I'll do a bump. Okay. How are we gonna do this? My freaking table thing broke. My little extendable table. It's like where I had my mouse pad. Okay. Okay. It's not a good way to start Photography Friday, man. Just a lot of paper. Okay, I got a pen, got notes. Note-taking devices. I am Liv. I am Liv. All of your live are belong to now. Oh my god, I'm eating the best spinach salad. Oh, gotta finish up before the stream. Oh, oh, the spinach. Oh, the vitamin K. Oh, goodness. Regular goddamn Popeye over here, man. Popeye Paul. That's what they call me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, God. Well, we're gonna get started pretty soon. Just gotta get a drink. Get myself together. Oh yeah. Blast off. Engage says.
Beautiful. Doing well.
What's up, Gary? What's up, Gary? We'll get started just a minute. Got some fun tonight, dude. Tequila night. Tequila night. Dancing with my friend Jose. Getting jiggy with my friend Jose Cuervo. I love my friend Jose. I got this chapstick and it said lip balm on it. And I was like, damn, dude, lips are the bomb, dude. It's like, why didn't they think of that slogan like years ago? You know? It was spelled kind of weird, but you know, I might have been like European or something. Dios mío, man. Okay. Ooh, we don't have really much time for preamble. We're gonna have to preamble after. Okay. Because we got shit going down at 8. Well, yeah. If I was on at 7, yes, you're right. We could have plenty of time. I'm slow. Slow Man Mosi. It's the nickname they gave me. What am I missing? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing. I'm always feeling like I'm missing shit. I even have a list tonight. Yet I still feel like I'm missing some. Oh, that's right. The love of God. I just never felt it, man. For the love of God. Okay. I also need a coaster in here. The coaster with the moster. Dude, if you had a... Imagine having a Casper-shaped coaster, and then you could call it the coaster, with the moster. At least that's what I do. Okay, why don't we jump again? We get like 5 minutes. Hello, all. Welcome to the dark room. Welcome to the stream. I am Paul Mosley Hanton. Thank you. I am Paul Mosley Hanton, the dude in the dark room. And it is Friday, June 17th, which makes it a Fauxtography Friday in... Thank you. Makes it a Fauxtography Friday in Fallout 76. Means we're going to be shooting some photos of some cool stuff going down in the wasteland. Ooh, did the picture get bigger on that one? The band picture? That's freaking rad. That must have been Paxmore's doing. Thank you, Paxmore. I swear wasn't the picture like super small? Anyway, I'm going to skip some of the preamble right now because we only have 4 minutes to get into the event that is going to be happening at the top of the hour, which is what we want to photograph. So I'm going to jump into the game, and then we'll jump back out after when we have a little bit of a breathing room for ranting, because I always got to rant a little bit, just a little bit of ranting at the beginning of the stream. So let's just hop right in, only so I can finish preparing my guy, preparing my dude for kick-assery, because there's a couple things I got to do I couldn't get to. And then I was like, well, why the fuck wouldn't I just do this on the stream? Because that makes so much sense. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So really?
Okay, so here's what's cool about tonight. I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to be playing a completely different build than usual. Usually we're super sneaky.
A piece of that just got me.
And tonight we're going to do a melee build, which I'm not that accustomed to this build, so I'll probably fuck a bunch of shit up, but
Beautiful. Doing well.
thank you. Let me see. I got this nice set of metal armor. Oh shit. Oh, I hate how it jumps back to the top of the menu when let's see, when you don't, or when you switch back and forth between tabs, or between your right and left menu. God, where's my last piece? Sweet. Okay. A couple things. Oh, also let's jump onto a team. I'm gonna try to play on a public team because we're on a public server. Why is this guy not on this team? 2 people on one and then 1 on the other guy. You want a 4-person team, pal? Hey, how's it going? Take pictures, buddy. Quick build swap, real quick. Shield Secret Service, my insurgent hat. Is an insurgent hat cool? You gotta look cool. I look alright. I look okay. Maybe we'll fuck around with how I look later. Biggest issue is getting these weapons set up. So there's the new patch that came out this week. They just released like a bunch of new crap, including these new events that are going on. So we're gonna play those new events. We're gonna photograph those new events. And I did get a really good roll. I could not believe my luck. Honestly, maybe it's easier to roll a perfect roll on this particular weapon. Bloody gulper smacker, where the hell is he? There we go. A bloody gulper smacker. We got these 2 weapons that are gonna be very useful for these events, especially if we're playing with this melee build that I'm not accustomed to. Put those on my favorites. Put them on my favorites. Oh, I gotta do a couple things. Okay, no, that's all fine. That's all good. My melee build's kind of built out more for survivability because I suck with melee weapons, so I don't want to die. I'd rather not die. Kind of embarrassing. Oh, why'd you leave? Somebody left the team? Come on, man. That's fine. Test your metal. Okay, this should be fun. Actually, you know what? If I'm not going to be using I'm not using those. We're gonna want to use a vampire of some kind. And nothing's cooler than a vampire Deathclaw gauntlet. Actually, dude, if we're going vampire, hang on. If we're going Deathclaw gauntlet, though. Let's do Deathclaw head. Where's my Deathclaw head? Fast knocked. Fast knocked Deathclaw head. Fast knocked. Okay, so now I look a little bit like a Deathclaw. It's great. Okay, these other weapons are kind of specific for the other specific events that could pop up. Shit, I should have checked if we had film from a cami. Johnny, we're gonna talk about the shutter on the cameras today because it's such a funny thing. Something we haven't discussed. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up, dude? What's up, dude? It's Rock House dogs. Yeah, we're gonna rock some house. I'm not gonna. Should I bite my rusty metal ass? I haven't seen that. This is a brand new event. Oh, dude, pipe is life, dude. Pipe is life. I think I have that note on me. Do I not? Oh, I don't. Ooh, dude. Whoa, wait, whoa. Ooh. See, here's the dangerous thing about being in a live server or public server. I actually don't want lunchboxes popped right now because that can actually screw us over. I'm gonna pop one anyway. I'm not gonna be the only one not popping a lunchbox. But it can screw me over when we're trying to fly guys because it has. If I got confetti mess, which I probably did I get confetti mess? Wait, what the hell? No, I didn't. Okay. Confetti mess will make enemies explode and their bodies will not remain intact for us to fly them. Although I don't think we're not going to fly as many enemies today only because we're going to be doing these public events, so we might not really need to worry about flying enemies or the lack of cohesion to their bodies, I guess. Oh shit, dude. Hang on, we want some cool shit. Yeah. Couple kills. Oh, I do need oh, oh shit, we didn't review. Shit, dude, I don't know how much room I have on my camera roll. Between rounds of this arena combat, and then we'll try to shoot some photos. Who do we get? This guy's rad. This curve. Whoa, I got you, pal. Why are you scared?
Your eyes open. That was the easy part.
Kill the bot. Nice. job, y'all. Who are my peeps? I want their photo taken.
Now you're ready for a real battle. Unleash Botsmith Amp's minions.
Winner, rad stag dinner. Okay. Pipe is life, bro. Oh yeah, we're just checking. Oops. Check our photo capabilities. I just got this gap. If you find somebody rad, gotta get that. Am I even taking? Has it said full camera roll? Another Brotherhood Scout is down. Yeah, I got him.
Way to beat back those junk heaps again, gladiators!
Nice. Hang on, real quick. I just want to see how much. Space we have. We've got some cool stuff. Okay. Crap shot. That's a cool shot. That's a crap shot. I need to delete some of these just to be kind of like that one. Flute player. Okay, made a little bit of room. Take pictures, y'all. Look at this guy dancing over here. Awesome. Awesome.
Gladiators, you're about to face the reigning champion.
This guy's bowing to me. How polite. I bow back. Oh, that might be a cool shot. Opposing guns. One gun one way, one gun the other. And this guy's sitting here looking like, what do you want from me? Remember the scene in Goodfellas when Joe Pesci reviewed the painting on Ray Liotta's mom's wall? Is it Ray Liotta's mom? Or is it Joe Pesci's mom's wall? Nice, okay. That's pretty cool. I don't know how good those photos were, but we'll see. A little rushed into things. No time for preamble. No time for checking. No time for checking our camera roll. Totally cool. All right. Do is go down there. Probably place this little sucker. Do this. Scrap some shit. Scrap some shit. Let's see if there's anything we can AFK while I preamble back on the beat. Wolf Horde. No, but we can do the Wolf Horde really quick just for the fuck of it. A Nuka-Cola mug. I think you... Oh, Shutter My Timbers. Yeah, that's a good one. Shutter My Timbers. Tim's favorite... Oh, wait. Tim's famous Russian dressing. Wait, did I say something? Is that what it's called? Shiver My... What's the... I'm missing the... I'm not catching on... I'm missing... Might as well. If you see a wolf horde in the forest, there's no point in not doing it, you know what I mean? Okay. Now we can take a second, take a nap. Take a quick nap. Take a quick nap. My buddy AK-76 by 6x2, is that what it was? AK-76 by 2? AK-76 2x39. Always very curious. I love the like hidden meaning of people's screen names. I always wonder. Very curious. Obviously, AK-76. I mean, 76. I don't know. I don't even want to. I just know why try to interpret. Why try to interpret? This is like vanity plates on the freeway are easier to figure out. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna jump back out for standard preamble, and then we'll jump back in for more. Hopefully, in the next we can get done in 9 minutes. Because the next big public event will pop up in 9 minutes, and we want to be there. Although maybe not. If the public event is not one of the new events that I was intending on playing through and shooting photos in, then I'm not gonna do it, and then we'll go about start business doing some photography as usual. Anyway, again, welcome to the dark room. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're all having a great night. Again, it's Friday, June 17th. Did I say that already? Because you're Russian. Oh, right. Russian dressing. Yes, I get it now. I like it. I like 1,000 Island, you know. 1,000 Island's good. Sir Kensington's has like 1,000 Island type thing. You know, that's pretty good. It's a gear. Wait, what is the date? Yeah, did I say that already? I only really say that because if I'm playing back a stream to either take clips from it or upload it on YouTube, I usually want to know what the date was just to keep myself organized. And it's not easy if you don't have it, if I don't say it, because the clip, the file name for the streams that I download are just giant number and thank you, giant number chain and alphabet chain or whatever. Anyway, not important. It's Fallout Friday, so we're shooting photos in Fallout 76. What's really cool about this game, or shooting photos in this game, is that we're doing it with this real-life camera in the game, where they've based the in-game camera item off of this real-life camera, the Argus C3, which is a beautiful-looking camera. This camera comes up in different pieces of media, and I have been taking note of when this camera pops up. Most recently, we clocked it in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also one of my favorite TV shows, so that was really cool to see. And one thing that we are planning on doing, working towards getting done, is customizing this camera and making it into the Pro Snap Deluxe camera that we use in the game when we're shooting, just as a novelty project to do. We got a beautiful wood grain camera cover to replace the leather camera cover. In game, we can change a lot of the camera covers. We can customize the camera. We can change the lenses. I do own all of the lenses for this particular model of camera, and I have an adapter for my Canon that we can shoot digitally with these vintage lenses and see how those perform. I don't see many people talk about these lenses or this camera very often, although I haven't really done too much research at the same time. So hopefully I'll do a little bit more, make sure I'm not regurgitating something people have already said or done. But that's just really rad. And we also have, if you're curious and interested in that camera customization and the photos that we take, the photography that we do here in Fallout 76, we have built or are working on. This is not a complete website. This is like, I built this. First of all, it's just a template done in Adobe. What do they call it? Adobe Portfolio is Adobe's easy to create website builder. It's very simple. And I just created a really quick website for, thank you, for our Pro Snap branding, and that will be where we'll share photos from our sessions photographing in Fallout 76, as well as documenting the customization of that camera. But everything that's on there and all the videos that will end up on that website most likely will also end up on the YouTube. It'll probably just be an embedded YouTube video that I would put on ProSnapCameraClub.com anyway. So obviously the YouTube will also be a great place to follow if you care about that kind of thing. Also, if you want to watch previous streams and see what we've done in the past, see our previous exploits, all of those end up on YouTube as well, along with the ultimate video documenting and detailing the photography in this particular game. So we'll do photography in Fallout 76 video on our YouTube. We're gonna do a photography in Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was what we were streaming last night, which is what we strum. Is strum? What's the we streamed? Is it just streamed? I want to say strum. It just sounds cooler. I'm gonna say strum. I strum it, dude. You strum the guitar. You strum the stream. You strum the photography. I mean, that sounds so much better to me. Grammar be damned, my English-based friends. All the streams end up on the YouTube, and check it out if you're interested in seeing what we've done in the past, or again, if you want to follow along and see the documentation customizing that camera. I know I've been talking about that for a long time, and that's almost intentional. I mean, I know I've been talking a lot about these things that I'm planning on doing, and a part of why I'm kind of holding off is I'm hoping to build like a little bit of an audience, you know, maybe a smaller amount of people come check it out before I get into the real nitty gritty of all that stuff. And I think doing the stream and getting people to take note here is a good first step, in my opinion. So thanks for the patience waiting for all that, if anybody's been waiting at all. I feel like there's been like 1 or 2 people that popped up on the stream that sounded like they might have been interested in that, and then they like bailed after like a couple months when they realized that we weren't getting around to any of that stuff for a little while. Anyway, thank you very much for your patience. I hope I didn't lose anybody in the duration waiting for that. So anyway, tonight in Fallout 76, like I said, we're going to be shooting some photos, and we're doing a little bit of a different type of shooting than our normal type of photography Friday would be, only because there are those new special events, and I just kind of want to mess around, get a little bit better at shooting in these public events. Not only are they like a little nerve-wracking just because it's public and there's all these other people, and I don't want to look like an idiot. But then also it's just more difficult because I have a little bit less control. Human characters, people that are really controlling their characters in the game, act much more erratic and differently than the NPCs in the game that kind of have a predictable behavior. There's a lot of predictability in most enemies' movements, attacks, things like that. Whereas human characters, I mean, humans it's like a loose cannon, man. Like, who the hell knows what's going to happen with these people, especially in video games. You know, sky's the limit. And we're going to send some people up into the sky and photograph them. Very nice. What else do we got? I got a list. Why are we shooting in Fallout? Because it's cool. We're going to shoot events. Oh, okay. So in one of the new places that they've built in the game, or one of the new places that they've changed in the game for one of the special public events, they did add a perfect opportunity for a banjo in flight shot, which is something we've been working on. Johnny, my bro Johnny there, had asked for a banjo in flight, and I've been searching for a good location. We even spent one day futzing around with a banjo item that we found that was flyable. It was very unsuccessful that day. That was a long time ago. But I've been taking note of all the possible banjo locations, and it wasn't until this past update where they included a specific spot that had a perfect banjo and a corpse. Unfortunately, it's a skeleton, so I hope a skeleton with a banjo in flight is is gonna meet the criteria. But I'll take it as like a half success, I guess, if it's not a real corpse. Either way, it's a step in the right direction. Oh no, the guy left my team. God damn it. If I'm not on a team with people, I'm actually a lot less powerful, and I can kind of get screwed over. That's why I generally play on a private server, so at least I know what's going on. Saying hi to those people. Jumped onto a new team. We shall see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, that's on the agenda. Trying to get that banjo shot. We have potential banjos. Cheers. Also, as always, using the Nuka-Cola mug, which is not going to focus until we click on it. Nuka-Cola mug, of course. Cheers, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great night. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I'll be working probably all weekend, basically. But you know what? I love what I do. Have fun doing what I do. Hope you all can say that as well. And either way, if you're not, I mean, I hope you don't have to work, actually, so you can just chill and relax and do whatever the hell you want. But either way, I hope everybody enjoys their weekend, and hope you're ready to have some fun, because we're going to be shooting some fun photos, playing around. We're just messing around. That's what Photo Fridays are all about. I definitely encourage everybody playing a game and shooting photos in it, or at least looking at that game in a photographic way if you've never done that. Because seeing in a photographic manner is very different than your general looking around at crap during the day type of stuff. So you get bonus points if you're photographing in the game, or if you're looking at it in from a photographic perspective. Cheers to that either way. Oh, they enriched the beer. So yeah, let's just continue shooting. Let's have some fun. Like I was saying, I mean, I'm always up for any kind of suggestions that people have for images they want to see created, things that they want to see photographed. Totally happy to take requests if I can get to them. I mean, we have agendas, dude. We have agendas. Got things we got to get done. And a limited time to do it. So, what time is it? We have 8:20. What's the new... Okay, Campfire Tales. Is anybody doing this event? We have one person there. Is it somebody on my team? No. Looks like they're over there, though. I don't know if I want to do that public event. And what time is it? It's like high noon right now, bro. Ugh, leaving my team. Leaving my team? I was going to say if it's the right time of day, we'll go shoot something fun somewhere. I mean, that cloud cover looks pretty rad, and the sun looks pretty good. We're right next to Arnhold Homestead. We could go send off Sean. Send off Sean, or do we want to send off our friends down at Bogtown? We got some friends over at Bogtown. Let's do Bogtown first. I really want Arnholt at night. I want Sean in front of the moon, flying across the moon. That's what I really want. That's what I really want to see. My cable's a little twisted. Twisted cable. Okay. What have we got over here? Hey, it's a gold... Wait, super mutant? Super mutant must die. I hate super mutants. I kill them any chance I get. have any behemoth. Let's try to fly the behemoth. That's actually the first thing we'll do. We also need ammo, or we need yeah. Although, what are we doing? Well, it's fine. I have that. One of the new weapons we got is specifically tailored for fighting super mutants. Let's use that. I have my vampire thing is pretty good. Though. Oh no, you hit me. Oh no. Oh, how could you? So debilitator. Should do more damage. Ah. Nice. Level up, bro. I wish I got to level 3000 on the stream. That was kind of what I was hoping for. We didn't do it, but that's fine. Yeah, I really need ammo. AKA film for my cami. But let's try to fly this guy. He's got a good... I'd love a good behemoth in flight shot. This is like the only behemoth we ever fly, though, because this is the only one that we can... That's not true. I was going to say this is the only one we can encounter with great success. But that's not true. I almost forgot that legendary dropped. How could you forget that? I will take... You know, I'll take everything for now. We'll just scrap it. We've been trying to get a good... super mutant behemoth in flight. It's pretty tough. They just don't, first of all, they just don't fly as high as everything else. Let's just actually take this camp over for a second. Might as well. I gotta build stuff in camps anyway. Might as well get that taken care of. And then we can not be over encumbered. We have spoken of over encumbrance. I don't like it. There's always level 4000. Yes, that's true. Hey, that's true. We'll see how long it takes to get there. I should have looked. I got from 2 to 3 pretty quick. And that's only because I switched my build up. I completely changed. Excuse me, dude. What the hell? I also have to edit my weapons, so we'll do that. We got a couple things we have to do. First of all, build this guy. Wham. Second of all, if you're ever going into a random camp or random workshop, you gotta put down some signage to promote, obviously. Dude in the darkroom is here. Perfect. Sounds good to me. Let's do... I want to edit my weapons, make sure we're maximized for all our potentials. Okay, so this is this... What do we want? Chain wrap, superior damage, improved damage, targets bleed. I don't know, bleed damage just doesn't feel like it does much. Ooh. Oh shit, that's why you want the acidic gulper shit. I was getting all this stuff from this new event, and you get the acidic gulper hand and the acidic gulper gland, and I didn't know what they were. I figured they were for some kind of, because you don't scrap it automatically, so it kind of makes it seem pretty obvious that it's specific for something. I gotta pop, dude. Poison for 5 seconds. Yes, I'm gonna add that. We'll do that once we've completed that event. I can't do that right now because I don't have the necessary mats. You doofus. Hang on. Okay, then we're gonna edit the debilitator a little bit. What do we want? Heating coil. Durr. Make that a little bit more powerful. We have plenty of power on our Deathclaw Gauntlet, and then we're good. So why we came here in the first place, though... Oh, wait, ammo. We need ammo. I love that I call I call the film ammo. Makes sense, right? I mean, it's a weapon, it's ammo. But it is specifically in the camera section. Oh, okay, let me do this really quick too. Let me build. I have 389 broken cameras on my person. Let's build a couple more. Because then I wanted to. We have the standard. Okay, the standard lenses that I've been shooting with. And Johnny, this is what we were talking about the other day when we were talking about the viewfinder image and what it's presenting to you when you look through the viewfinder, and viewfinder coverage, which we've talked about on the stream before. I've predominantly shot with the 105 and the 200 millimeter lenses. No, they are not prime lenses, as weird as that is, that they claim them to be primes. It doesn't make any sense to call it. It's only calling out the longest end of the focal range on these cameras. And the lenses I have, I'm not 100% sure if I have all the lenses. That's actually something I should look up. Look at that sweet little pancake looking lens. That's kind of gnarly looking. There's definitely not a lens that exists that looks like that. At least these two, the standard, the 200 and the 105 look like the lenses that I have for the camera. So the standard looks similar to the 50 millimeter. The 105, which doesn't really make any sense that it looks like this, but this looks like the 35 millimeter, or at least kind of similar to the 35 millimeter lens. And the 200 millimeter looks a little bit like the 100 millimeter lens that I have. And as far as I know, these are the three lenses that you can get for the actual camera in real life. I don't know what this night vision lens is supposed to be looking like. That looks like a single element. Whoa, 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 pal. Are you threatening me? Okay, if my game doesn't crash right now, I'll be surprised. Because if you get attacked by cave crickets, it's just like cave crickets crash the game. Look how bugged out that they're bugged out, no pun intended. It's okay, up in the top right corner, you'll see it says defeat the, and then it says wave 1 of 2. There's no enemy name, and when an enemy attacks a workshop like that, it will usually say defeat the super mutants, defeat the feral ghouls, defeat the whatever enemy it is that's attacking. And for whatever reason, when you're fighting cave crickets, it's literally there's no name, and that immediately makes it seem bugged, right? But nothing crashes my game, and I'm on a PS5, which should alleviate most of the issues, which it did. But I crashed. It's one of the biggest things that crashed my game is having to fight cave crickets. I don't know what that is. If I was Bethesda, I would just remove cave crickets from the game. There's no instance that cave crickets come into play in the storyline or any quest. There's nothing they have to do with anything. You could remove them. You'd probably remove a lot of glitches. But hey, I've only played the game for thousands of hours and have a little bit of insight. So maybe I don't know anything. I don't know. Todd. Either way, let's just take care of this. I forgot we were going to get attacked. Let's take care of this. And then we will fly some bodies. And yes, I do have confetti mess, which is it's great. It's party time. It's great. That sounds fun. But it does not do well for us in terms of shooting these photos. And like I said, today it's not as big of a deal. only because we're not going to be photographing. Wait, give me that purified water, dude. Not gonna... Excuse me. We're not going to be flying as many people because we're going to be trying to get these public events done. Damn, okay, so I got through that all without crashing. Although, who knows? Their corpses are still around, dude. Something about that, I don't know what... Very curious to know what would cause that to happen. Why would one specific type of enemy cause the game to crash? What about that particular enemy makes the game crash? As frustrating as it is, it's also kind of interesting. Anyway, you know what I should do? I'll take that fusion core out of my stash. No, I guess I'm okay. I was gonna say I do want to maybe stash my grenades just to give me some breathing room on my inventory space. Also stash all this shit that I'm not going to use. All good. Okay, what do we do? We got the film. We built the film, right? We got some. Let's build a little bit more. And then I was in the middle of building those other lenses because I wanted to look at the different types of... So I should have... I want to see the different types of viewfinders that each one of these cameras have. Or each one of these lenses. You're never changing the camera type. You're just changing the lens, which is kind of interesting. Mothman camera makes the most sense for the night vision, I'd say. Let's see. Okay, so cycling through. Whoops. Cycling through the cameras. I guess it's going to be kind of hard. Anyway, our first camera, 200mm lens, obviously has the longest focal length at the long end. 6x, they call it 6x, your 6 times zoom. So that would indicate that, like, if we were at a 20mm, it's a 150 at the long end. So that means a 200 divided by 6, 30, 35. So it's like a 35-ish, 30-ish, 30 to 35-ish millimeter lens on the wide. At least that's what they're telling you it is. And then it's a 200-ish at the long end. Interesting real-life note. One manufacturer's 200mm lens... And usually, the longer you get into the focal lengths, the greater the discrepancy. So I'll say a 300mm. One manufacturer's quoted 300mm lens will not give the same field of view as another manufacturer's 300mm lens. You can definitely find some interesting studies done on that. But if you take a Nikon 300mm lens and you compare it to a Canon 300mm lens, not with every lens. I'm sure there are some lenses in some manufacturers that you could compare and it'd be fine. But a lot of manufacturers do kind of exaggerate the focal lengths on some of their lenses, and there will be slight differences. And one manufacturer's lens will have a little bit a smaller angle of view, and some will have a little bit wider angle of view. Given with the given focal length, so that's kind of an interesting point. But we got this viewfinder. Just do a quick little blank comparison viewfinder shot. One of those, and then we got Mothman Pro Snap, which is our 105mm lens. This is the lens I'm using the most. The zoom focal range sits just almost right between, and I love that they did it that way. It's a perfect example. Both the wide end of this focal range are about the same, if not exactly the same. Looks like maybe one is a little bit wider. Kind of hard to tell without doing a direct comparison back to back. But between the focal ranges, we get a 2-time focal length multiplier and then a 4-time multiplier on the long end versus the 200 millimeters 3-time multiplier and 6-time multiplier. So it's actually very convenient, and I always keep these 2 cameras equipped, or at least 2 cameras on my person for both these focal lengths, depending on what we want. But I have found that the 105 is generally what I want. I generally don't need to zoom in longer. Also, the further the subject gets from us when we're shooting, the less detailed most kind of things in the background look. So it usually increases image quality just to not be zoomed in quite as much, or at least that's my take on it. And then the night vision lens, or let's go to the standard lens, which does not have a zoom at all. This is just a prime. This one's interesting. Hello, I'm Heights. This is another completely different viewfinder. It's kind of nice this is a prime, though. That's kind of fun. There's no reason... well, there's no reason. There's just no zoom. Guys, level's 420. Sick. There's no way to change the focal length, which is kind of cool. We could play around with this at some point and just not worry about the longer end of the focal range that we could use. But I do like the control that I have, being able to crop in a little bit and zoom in a little bit more. That's why I do not use this particular lens. Even though in real life I generally shoot with prime lenses, I prefer one prime lens versus zoom, generally speaking. Not for everything. There are some situations. If I was shooting a wedding, which I'll probably never shoot a wedding ever again in my life. Weddings are a nightmare. I've had the worst experiences of my life shooting weddings. But if I was shooting something like a wedding or an event where I do not have as much control over the situation, I'm going to want to zoom because, you never know what you're going to run into, and that makes more sense. But primes are definitely my preferred method, as I would say. And then the night vision lens, a very interesting. Look at that viewfinder. It's more of a like a weapon reticle than a viewfinder. You know what I mean? Like, that looks more... that's like X-ray machine. Oh, there you go. Yeah, or an X-ray machine. Yeah. Anyway, we'll play around with that. That's why I put those on us, because we're going to play around with those. I'd like to test out if any of these lenses are sharper than the other. Maybe one has less distortion or less chromatic aberration. You never know. You never know until you do some tests. And this one, it is a zoom. That's kind of interesting. That this little Pancake, dude. Oh my God! Nobody has ever built a. Well, okay. Whoa. Back up, Paul. I don't know every lens that has ever been built. Hang on a second. I have never seen a Pancake zoom lens. Let's go ahead and try to build one of those. If you could get, dude, even if it's a small zoom, I think you may. Yeah, let's build the freaking Pancake zoom, dude. Let's figure out how we can make that happen. I think the resolution increases has defeated the purpose of that. I love that everybody's sharing all these perks that I already have, but it's nice. It's nice of them to do that. Anyway, we're going to keep those cameras on us. Maybe we'll try to, like, futz around with the night vision camera and see if there's anything cool we could do. Nobody's doing guided meditation. What are you doing? I'm heights. Oh, drop connection? Let's go do that with this guy. Let's go fuck around with this guy. I know we were trying to do some stuff. Maybe we'll go back to our camp that we just built and mess around with those corpses that we can fly there.
Greetings, members. Anyone interested in a gift
Wait,
from
did you just complete it?
in exchange for a little
I just did it.
should proceed to the coordinates we provided.
Hey, man.
That's all.
A
Thanks,
piece
dude.
of that the tip just got me, Odell.
Gotcha. Take your shotgun shells. Gonna drop those on the ground like they're worthless. I got the picture of them, so that's good. And we completed an event just by spawning in. Did I get any Enclave plasmas? Yes, I did. So these weapons you can only get from this one specific event. And they're highly sought after. Unfortunately, I got the worst roll on it possible, but it's still kind of cool that I got one. What is... I'm hearing super mutants, so let's check them with our super mutant facilitator. First, though, look at these robots, dude, just shooting these guys. Let's use our night vision lens. Damn, this thing rocks house on those guys. Specifically tailored to shooting or fighting super mutants. Hello. Wait, this is kind of a cool shot. Hang on. Hey, I have no... Dude, I am merely a good Samaritan. Ooh, dude, that could be cool. Super mutant battling all those... Super mutant siege Watoga. That could be cool, too. Oh shit, we have to do a review.
Look at that horse.
Thank you. Hello. You know what to do, Rico. Yes. I will kill you for the EXP despite you being a friendly. Will work for EXP. Will kill for EXP. Okay, so we still have to do. Also, I should probably get well tuned, so we can review photos whilst playing the banjo. Yeah, because I'd love to get well tuned. I'd love to tune up. Okay, play the banjo. Deathclaw plays banjo. You heard it here first. And then let's do photo review. Okay. Let's not review the new ones we got, but let's just go over the last days, the last streams, photos, because we do need to delete some of these. Okay, so last time we were playing with those nuka grenades, trying to get some cool mushroom clouds. Some cool mushroom clouds in the frame with a body in flight. It was not easy. I think maybe we'll mess around if I have time tonight. Maybe we'll mess around with some more of that. I have to build nuka grenades. Remind me to do that. This was like the best example we got. Not even good. This isn't even the best one. I mean, the mushroom cloud, you're really only seeing the tip. Nobody only wants the tip of a mushroom cloud. So we want to see that whole mushroom. Everybody wants the full thing. So we're going to try to do this again. This was just a great example of mushroom cloud, body in flight, which I love that pose. That pose would have been great had that mushroom cloud been completely in the frame, and maybe those elements spread out just a little bit more, separated around the frame, maybe a tiny bit more. It could have felt better. Here, it would have been a better composition as a vertical crop. You could crop off both the right and left flanking sides of this frame, and it would have held all of the pertinent information that I wanted to hold in the frame. So, good attempt, but we're going to do better, so let's delete that. This is a funny shot of a skeleton in flight, posed in front of Mount Blair train yard, and structures held within. Such a drab. Look at that drab sky. I mean, I'm not expecting much. When we're in the ash heap, you're gonna be dealing with a pretty drab looking sky. But I think this is particularly drab. There's an overall lack of contrast to the image. Nothing really special about it. It's a decent pose on the skeleton. And the skeleton is, I know I'm blocking it, huh? Drab, yeah. I'll just delete this one, not even worth talking about. This one's okay. I think the body is like a little bit too small to be relevant to the image. It's great that we can see a little bit of that Milky Way strip, and the moon looks absolutely gorgeous, as it always does. Stars look good. The body's pose isn't the worst. It's just tiny and tiny in that bottom center part of the frame. So, delete it. Here's our 3 for 1 from the last stream. I do really like this shot. The color is absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of the best times to get a shot of Scallywag Banga. You gotta leave my team when I'm doing image review, my friend. Come on, man. That's just him being a scallywag. This particular time of the morning, I think this is morning, when there's still visible stars in the sky, but there's a beautiful glow from the sunrise. Beautiful color hitting those clouds. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that particular time of day to shoot, and there's such a small window to get shots like this, and this is a beautiful example. Plus, very difficult to get multiple bodies in the frame. So pretty stoked on that. This was our flute player. Doesn't he kind of look like he's playing a flute? I think he looks like he's playing a flute. Motherfucking Pied Piper right here, flying through the air, just below those storm clouds. Also, getting those storm clouds in the background is something I try to achieve when possible, even though the rain looks like it's a little offset from the actual cloud itself, which is kind of silly. There's a little bit of blood on the lens. We won't keep this one, but I think this was the shot of the day last stream. I think we called this the shot of the day. Either way, goodbye. This particular shot was a pinball. I have a video of this, actually. Hang on. Hang right on, dude. I might actually create a little short video from that clip. Oh yeah, I did find this Mothman. This is a recent Mothman sighting. But that's neither here nor there. We don't need to look at that right now. We're looking at the pinball. Pinballing. What are these explosions? Oh, that's from the last stream. Where's my pinball? If I can find it. I shoot a lot, obviously. Shoot quite a bit. Wait, we have to find. If we find the image, it'll be there. Was it before this? I feel like it was after this. Did I pass it? Keep me honest here. There's Sean Arnholt. That shot's kind of fun. Not that one. That one's kind of fun. Close-up silhouette amongst the trees. That's kind of fun too. That might have been from last time. It's really cool that the PlayStation saves every photo I take on the in-game camera, not just in photo mode in the game, but with any photo I take with the in-game camera item, it saves it to my hard drive, and it does not. I can clear my camera roll, and it will still save it on here. One of the coolest features I've ever freaking seen. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. This is a pinball, little pinball opportunity. Just throwing nades, trying to get guys to fly.
Issuing user notice. Signal
Oh yeah.
unavailable. Amplitude boost requested.
Oh, look at that pinball. That was great, dude. Sick. Anyway, I love that kind of stuff. So that pinball shot is great. I think I should have taken it like a split second sooner, so that the body was posed in the brightest area of the sky. But still stoked on it. Deleting it though because it's not that good. I think I saved. Did I save this shot too? Whoops, no, I don't need to share. Go to media gallery. I think I got a shot. I thought I saved a video clip of that, but maybe not. 4 minutes. Might have been in there. No, yeah, maybe it was part of that. Whatever, we won't dig through that right now. Whatever, not a great shot, kind of fun. There's a Sean Arnholt shot. This particular location, I do want to come back here. I found this random Mothman site, and we are Mothman fans here, so I would love to get some Mothman photos at this particular location. There's all these little they're unmarked spots. You kind of have to adventure and find them. But I believe every Mothman location has a chance to spawn a Mothman. And it's obviously very rare to find the Mothman, and it's obviously even more rare at these locations that you can't just spawn into. I do kind of remember where this was. I think, let's see, it's near the elevator, which is right here. And yeah, I think it was right outside of the Foundation outpost. I think it's like right here, in these hills right here. So maybe we'll go fuck around with that. See if we can get the Mothman there at some point. But for now we can delete. Well, yeah, we'll delete it. I'll try to remember. There's a good Sean Arnholt shot. That's not a bad shot. Beautiful color in the sky. Sean's doing his thing. Deleted. It's still not the best. Okay, so this is the location that we have the possibility of getting that banjo shot. This was my first attempt. I was hoping to get something cool the first time and then be like, yo, we're gonna get a better banjo shot than this. This is a good working progress. Looks like the flute player is dancing to some techno. Oh, dude. You don't know about flute techno, bro? It's the best. Get that banjo. So, but this is an example though, brother, of that would be the banjo, and then there's the skeleton in there as well. Obviously, this is not a good shot. I'm not quoting this is a good shot. This is total crap. Better Viking techno. Oh my god, dude. The Viking guy. There's this YouTuber, Wavy Web Surf. Here, let me just share this video. Do y'all know Wavy Web Surf? Do you have, are you familiar with the surfer Wavy Web Surf? Oh, we got a tangent. Let's do it. Well, I just wanted to share, I just merely wanted to share with y'all. Here, wait, I could just probably search. Are you ever clicking around, like navigating shit, and then you realize that you could have just searched for a keyword for that thing, and it would have been much faster. John is like my bro. Taught me some great searching tactics, and I'm so bad with it. Just searching for the apps on my phone, so much better. Pop quiz, punk. Time for a video. Well, this is just. This guy just does breakdowns of popular internet cultural stuff, and as a wait, do I not have? Oh, okay. This is not alphabetical. I'm like kind of new to the internet, so wavy Viking. That'll pop it up, dude. You search wavy and Viking. Nope, maybe not. Maybe. Anyway, this guy. Yeah, there we go. This guy breaks down just popular internet cultural memes and such. And for someone like me, an ignorant fool, like your boy here, who only knows anything about photography. I know a lot about photography. I'm not saying I'm a complete fool, but I'm foolish about most things. I didn't know what Techno Viking was. I had no fucking idea. And then this person enlightened me to the nines. Enlightened to the nines now. About a lot of things. I've watched so many of this guy's videos. This guy's awesome. Definitely an inspiration, this person. I hope y'all enjoy. There's some pretty cool. Enjoy this guy's stuff. But anyway, if that's what you were mentioning, right? As when you said better than the Viking techno. I mean, that's the only place my mind went with it. Anyway, okay. Regardless, this is a good shot. No, it's not a good shot. I'm sorry. This is a good example of a potential area that we could get a good banjo in flight shot. And this is just a close call to what could have been a banjo in flight. In this case, it's an acoustic guitar in flight with Skellington. Not a good shot, so I'm gonna delete that. Okay, that shot is cool. All of the poses on those three people in the frame are pretty rad. I kind of wish the one guy with the Gatling gun in the center of the frame, or the mini gun in the center of the frame. The Gatling gun's on the left. I wish that guy was pointed his gun up a little bit, but that's kind of a cool portrait. This one didn't come out as well as I would hope. That person whose shoulder we're looking over is not actually shooting their weapon. All the action's happening deep into the background. I see potential. Yeah, we're gonna get potential. Oh shit, what popped, by the way? Moonshine Jamboree! This is the one where we can get the banjo shot, dude. Okay, let's go! The weekend starts now! Right now! Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that, too? Because that's quoting something very specific. The weekend starts right now! Oh, dude, fuck you. Oh! Oh, you hear that little banjo play? Yeah, buddy. Dude, okay, they started it. Okay, we'll do the event first. This is a great... This is why we have our gulper smacker, dude. We got gulper smackers, bro. Okay, so I need that, and I need to be able to quick swap to my camera. Oh my god, this event is so much fun. I think this event is like the least popular, and I like it the best. Weird. So strange that I happen to love this event. Also, let's be on the shine, dude. I got a little bit more bobblehead.
They all look so slimy and human on the feeling.
Do a strength bobble, and then we need a grog knock for melee damage. Okay, who can we get photos of? Yeah, well, we got plenty of fools with great weapons.
I can say that for many of the moonshiners who come through here.
Nice, dude. Oh, dude, I'll fill the tub, bro. I have plenty of acid. Wait, do I not? I thought I had acid. Maybe not. Okay, we'll fill acid. Okay, so we got guys using legacies. Okay. We have a guy. Just one guy? Are you guys? Oh, they're all using. Oh, maybe only one guy with a legacy. That kind of ruins the event a little bit. Some good reasons not to public event, although this first wave. Okay, let's just do photos then. Just do photos for now. Deathclaw photographer in the house. We'll do that, and then we'll also fill the deposit into the tub. Okay, does this have this? Okay, here's one thing actually we can do. We'll change the corpses. One great thing that they added in the latest patch was display thing. Highlight corpses. Okay, this highlight corpses thing is a game changer. I'm going to disable it for now just so that the corpses that we get in the frame don't have that weird glow to them. Needless to say, it makes it much easier to find enemy bodies once they've fallen if you want to loot them. I applaud my friend Todd. Todd, good job, Todd. You done good on this one. Here's what I... Gulper here? I don't think so, pal.
Skills are not good for making moonshine. Need I say more?
Need I say more?
Moonshiners,
Nice.
the venom you collected is filling the tub nicely. We're halfway there. Perfect. Keep up the fine work.
Dude, everybody should be using Gulper Smackers. What are you doing? If everybody was using Gulper Smackers, this would be such a fun event. This is why Melee is kind of bad for anything public. Because, like, nobody uses Melee, and it makes it very difficult to get a hit in on anything, because by the time you got there, they've already defeated the enemy. So this is why we should just do photography. Look at these two people. These two people up here are primed for a photo. Like, let's wait for them to be shooting down on whatever it is, and then we'll get a shot of them. Oh, that could be cool. That felt okay. I'm here as a photojournalist, not a fighter. Also could use some food buff really quick. They have this event handled. We're fine. No problem. Okay, we had brain bombs still active. Brain bombs and sweet roll. Don't need those. just want to make sure I'm getting as much EXP as possible. That's all. Not a crime. Okay. Just want my EXP.
Jolly good, Joe. We've got just enough venom to make a batch.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
there's still plenty of room in the tub. Let's see how much more we can collect.
2 more gulper acid and we can do this. Okay, also don't let me scrap the materials. One reason I'm excited about this is we can augment my gulper smacker. Get a shot of this guy up here. Where'd they go? Where'd you go? Nighthawk. Dude, Nighthawk is bad. Are you using... Oh, dude, they're using... That's one of the new weapons that just got added with the patch. This awesome bloodied explosive minigun. Shoot! Shoot, dude! There we go. That can be a real cool shot. Try to get some close. This person looks like they really want to get in on the action. And I want to get in on the action of them photographing. Or shooting. Shoot the photo. Yes! Could be cool. They were in photo. They want to shoot themselves. Get a couple kills, get a couple photos. Get a couple kills, get a couple photos. That's how we do. This person's bad ass, dude. Jabba? I'd love a shot of like this scarecrow with some cool shit going on. Scarecrows are scary. They're pretty cool. Like long lens on this scarecrow and this person minigun. Shoot some ammo. Maybe not. Yeah, we rock house. Anybody else want some? Pocho 51. One of my nicknames is Poach, so fitting this guy's name is Pocho. Imho. Get a couple kills. Weapon is pretty gnarly. Get a couple kills, get a couple photos. Oh. I want a shot of them shooting towards me, too. Oof, damn, that guy was annihilated. Gulper. All these gulpers just getting demolished. Good job, everybody. Let's see if this guy is going to get this guy. Shot of the still and then this guy up there blasting. Nothing's gonna get close enough though. job, man. Somebody just throw a flare? What'd you throw? Oh shit, we're gonna get some artillery strikes coming in. Hang on, let's take a photo of that.
I can't believe my eyes.
They threw an artillery
Tear ducts, I would cry at them if it
flare,
was
but
me. Such a
guess you can throw those
wonderful
wherever you
moonshine
want.
jamboree.
I don't have to, you don't have to have them actually explode. Okay, gather up whatever loot we can get. Definitely gonna go add that poison damage to this new weapon. That was badass. This guy, what are you doing? What is going on here? What are you doing, pal? Smacking people with your... He's trying to heal people. You can heal people with flaming weapons. You're good, pal. You're good. You're good, man. Chill out, man. You're good. You don't have to do that, man. Okay. First, let's check out what photos we got. That was like alright, I think. I don't feel too many magical moments. Here's the banjo that we'll try to fuck around with in a second. It's still intact. I was hoping it would remain intact. This area over here does not get as much attention from the weaponry as some of the other spots. Don't need that. Don't need that. We are not going to need that. Okay, we're going to need these. I think I need 2 hands, though. Dropping legendaries like they're nothing. You fool. Damn, I didn't get 2 hands, though. I think I need 2 gulper hands. I think I'm missing still one more thing to mod this weapon, unfortunately. We'll see. We will see. Let's see. Find out right now. What did I switch to? I switched out from Demolition Expert. Not a big deal, but I do some explosive damage, and I do like to have that increased explosive damage where possible. Oh, I can. Oh, you only need 1 hand. I could have sworn I read 2 last time I looked at this, but that's fine. Make that adjustment, and we'll make a tradition out of it. Yeah, I don't know if the bleed damage is worth it. Whew. Also, I think Spiked is supposed to do armor piercing. I could be wrong. I feel like that spiked stuff on most weapons adds like an armor piercing effect, and the fact that there's no... I think that's what it's really supposed to be. It should be targets bleed, improved damage, anti-armor, improved damage, and then superior damage with no additional effect. That's usually what it is, but that's fine. Either way, we're going to stick with that. What else do we need to do? That's all we need to do there. Project Paradise is popping up. Okay. Maybe we'll do Project Paradise. Maybe. Well tuned, very well rested. I do need to get rested. First, let's check out what those shots look like. I felt maybe a couple of those could have been cool. We'll go through everything really quick. I like that shot. We'll keep that for now. Oh, I should have been tilted down just a little bit more here, but this is a great over-the-shoulder looking at the entirety of this arena. There's no enemies in the middle ground area, unfortunately. If there were some enemies down in there, especially if this guy with the Gatling gun on the left side of the frame was firing at somebody, that could have been cool. Here, he's just shooting a car stuck in the ground, so that makes it kind of boring. So we'll delete this shot. Not worthy. There's a lot of chaos going on here. See, like, there's so many different subjects in the frame. I like this shot, actually. Not the worst. But it's like it's so hard to get all of the subjects in the frame when there's this much going on. All of the subjects separated and composed properly. At least everybody's held within the frame pretty well, I'd like to say. Oh, I'm heights. Come on now. This shot's okay. I thought it was kind of cool how the one guy's pointing one way and the other guy's pointing the other. That's what I was talking about when I ended up asking about the Goodfellas scene. This guy, one guy looks this way, the other one looks that way. His dog's like, "What do you want from me?" That's what that reminds me of. But no, deleted. It's not the best. Behemoth in flight. It kind of looks like he's putting on the Ritz a little bit, but other than that, I would have loved to have had more of those monorail pillars in the frame. So if I had been a little bit wider, so I could have caught more of that, and then if he was posed, if he was posed in the void above those in the sky there, that could have been great. But no. Here's this person saluting at me. So the night vision lens always adds this weird night vision type effect to the image. That's why I'm probably never going to shoot with it. I'm glad that we did, just for shits and giggles. All nearby targets. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Area looting. That was a while ago. I'm sorry I missed. I think I missed a couple comments. Either way. Feels like Fallout 3. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that does have a very Fallout 3 type of vibe to it. Either way. Deleted. Yeah, we were trying to get these shots with the night vision lens just to futz around. It has like this weird blur to the peripheral area of the frame. Maybe we could use that for an effect. But here it's like there's nothing centrally located in the frame that's interesting, really, I want to say. This shot? You like this one? This shot's alright. I don't feel like this is that great, but I love you for... I love you for saying that. I love... I look at... It's so funny, because like, I was curious how other people are looking at shit. Two robots have the story. Right, I like that there's the two robots, and it's fitting because in Zelda last night, I got the shot of the two ostriches next to each other, and they looked like they were a little couple of lovebirds. Well, the fact that you like it, I'll save it for now. On the chopping block, though. Making fun of those two super mutants. Oh, yeah, they're sitting there like, the fuck? Stay down there in the water. We're staying up here. Look at those assholes. Yeah, yeah. I just wish that, like, one or a couple of them were firing at each other somehow. Because they are shooting. It's just, I caught it in a moment of non-firing mode. This one's alright. Again, like, this is what I was talking about. Look, because the lighting effects, I love it like this, yeah. Well, we're keeping it for now. This is more what I'd be going for. There's like at least a little bit of some laser beam shooting from the robots. Add some lighting effects, as can be seen with the one on the left side of the frame. You know what I mean? Thank you. Yep. The one on the left side of the frame, you can see it illuminated from its little laser blast. That's kind of cool. Adding that red color pop. I'll keep this one for now too. This one's great, dude. Yeah, it must be the guy on the ground is just shooting with both of his laser beams at the same time at that super mutant. It always makes me think of Terminator, and I'm wondering if that was really the reference that they were going for when the robots, especially when the Assaultrons come at you. That one's kind of cool. This one's I like that power armor mod is really cool looking. The little green skull. Not really much going on there though, and I got blood on my lens. That's a cool shot. These two guys shooting at the gulpers at that one still, protecting that still. That's kind of cool. There's another cool over-the-shoulder Corvega backpack. That's kind of sweet. I got plenty of room on my roll, so I won't delete too many. This one's This guy's getting some poison attack damage. And they're not firing. And then there's that weird plant in the middle of the frame. I'll just delete that one. Same with this one. Nothing really. It's just too messy. I don't mind the poison effect happening to that player character, but I do like the hand. The hand that's kind of silhouetted on the left side of the frame. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Paxmore. Thank you. Yeah, event shooting is very fun. Don't get me wrong, dude. We're going to do plenty of this. I'm going to keep everything we have so far, other than those few that we deleted. Oh, shit. Someone did decryption? We can do decryption if you want, dude. I'll jump into one of these. This is an event of types. Dude, I'm not built for this type of thing, but we can try. I'll try. I don't know how good we're going to be on this. I'm not built out for this kind of work, but we'll try. I'm also not going to be able to shoot much here. I feel bad, like, I feel obligated to do this because I'm on a public team, but I don't really want... I probably wouldn't be doing this.
Let's start by thinning the herd a bit. Also, I recommend going quiet. These guys back lunch, you'll be in a mess of trouble.
Oh shit, wait, do I have to... Oh, only killed by melee. Oh, I see. Okay. I think that changed since... It's okay, we'll see how we do. I might fuck this up royally. Let's find out. Let's stick with the team. It's probably a good idea to stick around the team. Stick around the team. Let's run the opposite direction. Okay, I got this, guys. Let's see if I don't die. I'll probably freaking die. I'll slip by. I've slipped by most of my life without any attention. It's fine. I'm used to it.
First connection. No risk, but weird. Take down another handful of these bastards, and I'll try to hone in on the next code.
Kind of kicking ass though. These guys are great. Got some good peeps on my team. Surprise, motherfucker. Ran through this in no time. Are you kidding me? Three minutes and we're already...
Code carrier in your area. My intel is light, but make it easy and kill them all. Don't make a racket, right?
God, dude, don't even try to fuck with me.
Second code acquired. Same deal. Sneak over the better. Shut it down.
Whew.
Perfect. Down to the final interceptor now.
Damn, dude, this is going so
Take out
fast.
another group of hostiles and let's locate that last code.
Do this really quick. Real quick. Yeah, if someone else, if my team jumps into a daily op, I'm not gonna leave them hanging. And I can't really. I'd love to take photos here, but I really shouldn't. Excuse me? Just threatening us.
I got news on that final code. Looks like the top cheese in this
Uh-oh, the top cheese.
You'll need to straighten
Uh-oh.
that before taking this one on.
Careful.
Godspeed.
It's the top cheese. Look out. Limburger. Limburger cheese.
Hey, nosy asshole. Whoever you are, I hope you enjoyed listening in on our chatter. It's time to cut you off.
Hey, good job, people. Wow.
That should be secure now. Guess we're getting pretty popular, huh? Good work, team. Head on home.
Good job, peeps. Got that out of the way. Okay. Let's see what we get. Oh, shit, dude. 50 legendary script with a 2-time multiplier. Thank you. I will take it. Facebreaker plan. Okay. There's our first moonshot. First moonshot ever. Wait. Yeah, agreed. I've been looking forward. Whoa. Big fan of the events. Yeah. Looking forward to plugging in action shots. Outstanding and so dynamic. And they're very difficult, which I very much love. It's also like real photojournalism because you can't pause. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I just did there, that's all very old. They added those little daily ops, which I look at. I'm always comparing this game to Diablo because this is where my head goes with it. And the daily ops are basically the rifts of the Diablo world is what I would say. What time is it? We wanted to do 12 p.m. We missed our whole night cycle. We'll see. We'll see if we get to any good night cycle stuff. Acidic Goldberg land. I don't need this anymore because we were saving it only for the weapon. Okay. Didn't really get too many good drops. Aristocrats. Okay. What else do we want to do? Let's go do this Liberator Horde really quick. I'm just gonna do this for fun. Love that shot. The player characters posed perfectly in that spot right there was great for separating them from the background. Hello, look at this legendary. Nobody's helping him out. I can do that. I can help you. Ah! Liberators, mount up. MJ Fury, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Making my night, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you're ready for some Fallout photography. Despite me only doing daily ops and legendary hunting for the most part. Let's go do because it's already getting late. I do want to get to. We'll go do. Thank you, Gary. Oh yeah, Gary. Thank you. Let's go back to Bogtown. I wanted to fly those corpses that were sitting here ripe for flying. And we're going to do that, and then we'll go do Sean Arnholt. Maybe we'll do the Sean Arnholt flying. But this is such a good spot to grab. Instagram. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Wait, hang on, wait. I'm gonna get safe and then I'll read commentary. Just making it safe. Where'd you go? Making myself safe. Hiding in the little thing. Okay, wish I could play with you, but I'm on Xbox. Getting PS soon. Instagram. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, ads. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, am I ad? I'm supposed to get a warning when there's ads. Can nobody see me? How do I... 60-second ads? I'm still getting used to all of this. Manage poll? Oh, dude, I can create a poll. Question. Do you like... I'm going to say ads, ADDS, because then it makes it more RPG specific. Response. Yes. No. Allow additional votes? I don't know what that means. 10 bits per vote? Allow additional votes? Sure. 5 minutes. Start poll. I've never done this. Let's start a poll. I just started a poll. Wait, ads. Okay, so wait. Are there ads? I don't know. I should figure out how I can tell when an ad is playing. I'm supposed to get, it says I get an indication. I don't even know. Either way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the dark room. Hope you like photography, because that's what we're going to be doing. Which means, like I said, that this particular spot, there's so many corpses here. These in particular. And here's what I look for. if a body is placed in an elevated position and there's a good spot for me to throw a MIRV grenade underneath, exactly like how this is here. I don't want to explode this guy, so I'm going to use... well... fuck it. Kill him anyway. But this particular red rocket, and I do want... what I've been working on is getting a good shot of this red rocket sign with a body in flight near it. Hello. Yeah, you're good. You throw the MIRV, and then there we go. Okay, this could be okay. Red rocket, and the rotation. That wasn't bad. Maybe we'll defend this place, and then maybe go do uranium fever. That's like that's a pretty bad event to shoot in, though. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, we'll take out all these robots, no problem. Just real quick. We'll go do. There's no point in not doing uranium fever, I guess. I'll try to get some photos in there. It's actually a good event. It's not that difficult, so it should be easy for me to manage shooting photos whilst also trying to accomplish the event. There's really nothing you can fail, so... although you can fail. You can fail it. Okay, I'm back. I probably said a bunch of crap. What I was saying mostly is I can't figure out where it's indicating that there's an ad playing or not. Wait, did people vote on my poll? Nobody likes ads. Yeah, I figured that. I was talking about ads during RPG boss battles. Nobody likes ads. We want to focus fire on the boss. That's cool too. Let's finish this. Let me just finish this up. Fire down on my base.
A piece of that just the tip just got me, Odell.
Man, take care of these robots. What's a robot? Okay. Enough of that. And then should I play banjo? Let me play banjo. And then we'll catch up with what's going on. Okay. Yes, the vote came in late. Holy shit. Wait, I got 50-50. You can shoot. Yeah, I don't... Wait, okay, I have a question. I'm trying to raid the Vault 79. I'm close to it. What after buried treasure and how many missions before all that glitter? Okay, oh man, I haven't done that for so long. After buried treasure, how many missions? Honestly, I would have to look that up. In all honesty, because I've only done that twice. I did it once with my settler character, and then I did it once with my raider character. And yeah, I wish I could answer that definitively and look real smart, but I cannot. It's not much though. Honestly, it feels like I feel like I got through it the second time without listening to all the dialogue. If you skip through a lot of the dialogue, you can get through all those quests real fast. Sorry, I don't have a more definitive answer. Disappointed in myself, believe me. But honestly, the main quest line for all that glitters quest, I don't know. I feel like it's not that long. Again, if you're not listening, the bulk of what takes time is reading through and listening to all the dialogue that the NPCs throw at you, explaining the state of things. But you'll get through it, dude. You'll get through it in like a second. Just like probably like 1 to 2 seconds, you will be through that and done. So, yeah. Just enjoy it, and then you get to do it again if you want. If you want the Raider achievement and the Settler achievement, you get to do it twice. Did they add? They also added like a bunch more. I'm only at 95%. I got a bunch more stuff to do. At least in terms of these things, which I know nobody really cares about. I like to complete. I don't like seeing a.
Management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
I don't like seeing anything lower than 100%. Which is why VATS is so frustrating. It only gets to 1,000. I'm gonna beat this guy with my camera. Ready, come kill the 3-star dude. I'm also supposed to shoot photos. Okay. This particular event, I don't.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed.
I don't think it's the best spot to shoot. Although I don't know, maybe it is. Like maybe this guy could look cool, like chilling. Like look at him, he's looking at me. Ray. Oh, we were supposed to talk about shutters too. Okay, so here's an interesting point. This is something I meant to bring up way earlier when we were talking about the different viewfinders that you get with the different lenses. This camera, when you shoot a photo, there appears to be, and this is the same thing in Zelda, but Zelda does it maybe a little bit different, at least graphically speaking. When you shoot a photo, oh no, web edge open, would open, believe me. Ooh, that could be cool. When you shoot a photo, it looks as if the shutter opens and or closes and opens back up. That's like the little circle that you're seeing close and open. Now on this camera in this game, it looks more like an aperture with the amount of blades that it has. It looks like an aperture being closed and opened. They're also rounded. And so I always took it that like maybe they were confused with what it would look like if you were watching the shutter close and open, and what it would look like if if you're looking through the lens and the aperture opened and closed. But what this would indicate is that this camera would have a copal shutter, which means the shutter is actually within the lens, not the camera. But this is a rangefinder, and I mean, certainly in real life, it might not look exactly the same as the way they present it to you in game. Although, in all honesty, I guess I'd have to look back at that. I just want to look at how the actual camera shutter looks and see if they've emulated that, or if they've emulated something else, a different type of graphic for that shutter opening and closing. That's just something I did not even think about, how the shutter looks when it's opening and closing and how it compares to the real life camera. And then in Zelda, again, it's like a different shape, slightly different shape than I might expect. In Zelda, I don't know how much it makes sense, because it is seemingly a digital camera that you're shooting with, and it wouldn't make sense for there to be a shutter, because you would assume that it's going to be an electronic shutter of some type. But it's Sheikah technology, so who knows? Who knows? Dude, we just rocked this thing, dude. I don't think I got any good photos here. It's just so, there's such, like, I'd have to choose a spot. I mean, this guy looks pretty cool, but are there going to be more enemies? Like, if there's an enemy that comes down this hallway right here, I can pose myself pretty well to shoot over the shoulder of this guy. Okay, let an enemy show up right through that walkway, dude. I don't think any more guys are gonna pop up till after the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Shoot him. Shoot that guy right there. No. Oh. Oh, that could be cool.
Extraction complete.
Shoot the guy down the hallway. Shoot the guy down the hallway. Yes. Okay. So, you know what? That was a good idea. We got up there. We composed. Good job, peeps. I think I have a couple legendaries to grab. Grab everything. Why mess around? Okay, it's buried treasure, secrets revealed, and then all glitters. Then I'm done. Yeah, you got it, dude. It's not. It's honestly, it's not that far. It's not that long. It probably feels pretty long the first time you do it, but like I said, when I rushed through it and I was just quick traveling to all the points of interest to get those quests done, it felt pretty quick. Although after that, then there's a lot of other new content that they had added. But at least then you can start trading in gold bullion, getting some of those new armor pieces and such. A lot of scrapping. Would it kill you to give me a scrap all weapons ability? Because it does take a very long time, especially with the area looting and getting all of the weapons available in the area. It's kind of like takes a little bit of long time to just to scrap all the stuff. Anyway, let's see, what are we gonna do? It's almost 10 p.m., so I am gonna wrap up pretty soon. Maybe we gotta go do, what time is it? We gotta do Sean, 6 p.m. Let's wait We're gonna wait another. Let's go see how it looks outside. Wait, do the minutes actually count down now? I feel like it didn't do that before. I feel like it was only giving us 10-minute chunks. That's rad. First of all, let's go start Bots on Parade. We'll see how the exterior environment is looking right now. And then we'll go shoot Sean Arnholt. We'll do the epic send-off of Sean Arnholt, which is, you know, tradition here. And then we'll jump back to Bots on Parade, which we'll be finishing up.
We're transmitting coordinates to the local bots now.
If you don't want to do Bots on Parade, you get it started. Let's go shoot somebody fun, too, at sunset. Let's go do a Blood Eagle shoot really quick. Let's go shoot the last bit of light as we're waiting for the sun to go down. We'll go do Blood Eagles. Try to get a beautiful sunset shot in Ash Heap. If we can. Is there enough sunset? Is there enough sunset? Oh, yeah. We got
nothing good out here.
Although, you know what I'm going to need is my grenade launcher, which we haven't used at all. Did I not shoot with that at all? I don't think I did. Hang on. 2-shot nade, and we need our nades. And we can do this. I didn't like the durability level of that. That, quick swap to the cami. And where's our sun? Oh, the sun's... Looks like the sun is offset from the graphic as usual. Although, maybe that's not the sunset. Maybe that's supposed to be the moon? Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, he got caught up on some stuff. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that was close to a pinball right there. Wire walker. Let's see how that looks in a second. I think that guy was going to be standing on the wire. Tightrope walker. Hello. Oh, here we go. This guy. Damn, dude. This is we gotta get them out of that area. Because we want them to launch this way towards where the sun is setting, or where it's supposed to be setting. I can't tell anymore because there's no sun sprite. No, it still looks like that's supposed to be the sunset. There we go. Oh shit, dude. What the hell is that? Get away from me for a second. I want to find out what this is. What was that flew up? What is that? Is that the guy? What is that thing, dude? Oh shit, it's his head. Oh my god. I ain't never seen a head fly so high. Oh my gosh, why am I look, that's another head! Dude, let's get a shot of a head in flight. I think I've done like one of those. Eviction notice? Okay, we'll do eviction notice actually. Shit, okay. Damn, eviction notice is gonna be a while. I did not catch where that head went. These heads are flying off like no problem. I actually might not do eviction notice. I want to do our send off of Sean Arnholt, and then I'm gonna call it a night because it is getting late. Oh, here we go. 2 for opportunity. Do I have bloody mess on? No. Why'd that guy explode? Okay, that guy doesn't want to come out of his little zone up there. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do Sean Arnholt, and then maybe we'll do eviction notice. It's just such a long event that it takes a long time. Too powerful. 3,026. Yeah, you know. 2,000. Yeah, you know. Let's go do 1 person in eviction notice. Let's do Sean, and then I'll see how I'm feeling. Depending. I just want to get this while we have a decent opportunity to do a moonshot if we can. Okay, we got a beautiful color to the sky though. Maybe we can do a Sean. Let's do a Sean at Twilight, which is usually not what we do. Sean at Twilight. What? Okay. So here's Sean. Oh yeah, this could be great, dude. I wouldn't mind. I love this time of day. So Sean is great. Sean is he loves to fish from the back of his little truck. And he loves his booze. He's sitting here, he's drinking. What's he got today? He's got wine. Dude, don't fuck with me. And he just he loves hanging out in his truck, and he happens to be situated upon a truck that is fusion powered. So we're gonna melt down the truck, and then he'll launch up. Where's our moon? Oh. Okay, maybe we can do this. Hang on, let's get on this side. 3, 2, there we go. Oh, that was bad. That was stupid. We can merv him, though. Let's merv one more time. I'm feeling like we can get him directly where we want him to go. If we merv... We'll merv him on this side of the cart. He should pop up. He should pop up just in the right direction to get in front of that moon. Ooh! Dude, he might have been... That might have been his head silhouetted. Hang on, dude. Oh, that's pretty close. That's all right. I'll take it. That's not too bad, dude. That's not too bad. That's probably the best Sean Arnholt that we've had, you know what I mean? Like that. I'm seeing just the tiniest bit of like the top of whatever that tree was at the bottom of the frame. And I kind of wish the moon was situated just directly in the center of his head, so it looked like a little halo. That would have been ideal. But you know what? Great pose on the body. All those limbs clearly visible, sprawled out. Love it. And that makes me happy enough that I'm feeling like going and doing this next event that we have pop up. And we'll do this last event. We'll try to get some good shots. Oh shit, that guy died. we'll go shoot some photos in here. That's a great shot of that super mutant right there. Kudos to the Bethesda photographer that shot that. Bummer you don't get image credit, but you know, I guess Bethesda doesn't appreciate their photographers as much as I do. I appreciate you. I cherish you. I love you. Okay, so we need stealth armor. It's kind of a must, or at least it feels like a must. And then I'm pretty good on all my buffs for 6 minutes. Yeah, it'll bring us through pretty much the entirety of the event. And then we want to use this guy plus our camera. We're going to use this weapon and this camera. Try to get some cool shots. Fuck it up, Moldovan. Memolov. Memolov, my team leader's really rocking house, dude. Who are those two Memolov? Oh shit, look at that! No! Damn, that guy recessed too far. That was such a badass looking scene though. That guy was like running down this hill while shooting at these super mutants. Ooh. Shit, little vertibird. Vertibird in the moon! Ooh. Why not, dude? Why not? Everyone just spawn killing. Spawn killing over there. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, 3 legendaries, dude. Ain't got nothing on me. Dude, you ain't got nothing, bro. Try me, bro. I got a hit on him. Ooh. That guy with that, that mole miner gauntlet, badass. Danok, dude. It does take some guts, man. Take some moxie to do melee in this game because everybody uses ranged weapons. So you're putting yourself at a pretty big disadvantage just to get hits in as enemies appear. I'm loving these shots though. I'm like trying to tag a hit, which you don't really need as much anymore, but oh shit, max photos, dude. Okay, let's take a second. Let's chill. Let's go chill. We're invisible, so we can chill up here. I just need to delete some things. This event is gnarly, dude. Gnarly. Let's just delete some crap. Not deleting Sean Arnhold. Oh, that shot's so rad, dude, with the chunks of Super Mutant flying over his head. No on that one. This one's cool. No on that one. I gotta make some room. No. Red rocket shot. No. No. I like that hand though. Okay, we made some room. Let's just keep fighting. Love these over the shoulders of people firing at the super mutants. Bloodied boxing glove, give me a 3-star. Gnarly, dude. It's like non-stop. What they call it, an onslaught, eh? Dude, look at this doorway, though. We could try to get something between that doorway. Uh-oh. Help me. Help me. Mama, help me. Memolov, help me, dude. Memolov's coming over, yes. 7, 6, 5. Dude, thank you, my friend, dude. My dude. Picture yourself firing down upon here now. Oh, that could be badass. Yeah, this. Not only is this event gnarly for just the combat involved, gnarly for the loot gained, legendaries gained, and the EXP gained, all very gnarly. Altogether, gnarl boots. Gnarl, Imogen, Cody, Bodie, as I like to say. Dude, oh, Tone Death, hell yeah, dude. Dude, good job, everybody. We're kicking ass tonight, man. Every time there's an update, you definitely get a lot more enthusiasm. Oh wait, yeah, take it easy, MJ. Thank you very much for the follow, man. You really made my night. I hope you guys. I hope you're here to hear me say that, because really, honestly, very, very much appreciated. Take it easy, have a good weekend, take care, take photos, and definitely enjoy that Fallout, man. Oh my god, so many legendaries. Unyielding with intelligence, that's pretty cool. I strive for a full unyielding intelligence build. Man, now I'm going to be really over encumbered. I'm going to like I will literally have to stop, because I'm going to have to do some inventory maintenance for probably like 20 minutes after this, because of how much stuff you get from this event. This event in particular felt like they took everything that most people say they love about playing this game and put it into one event. Large amount of super mutants to fight, which are the most sought after for EXP, and then high, like a very high level of legendary spawns. I feel like they turned the legendary spawn up to the fucking 9s, up to 11, which 11 is also known as 9s. But I swear, this event is like, okay, people love killing a shitload of super mutants in rapid succession, also getting a shitload of legendaries and EXP. And this event is like purpose built for all of those things. I think I got everything. Wait. I think I got everything. Holy shit, dude. That was awesome. Memilov, dude, my man. Not only are you saving my life, but you're also providing me a tent, a traveling tent to scrap my gear. Maybe I shouldn't scrap right now. This will take 2 minutes by itself. So, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll switch back. Oh, my stealth armor died. When did that happen? I might be able to actually get by. No, I won't. I was gonna say I can get by without scrapping, but let me scrap. Is there anything I can AFK while I wrap up? Not really. Oh, that we started bots on parade though, so we'll go finish that up. Hang on. Okay, I will scrap. Okay. I guess maybe people would be pissed off if you could scrap all weapons at once, because I mean, like I was saying, Enclave weapons are highly sought after, and those are scrappable until you turn them into legendaries. So maybe, maybe people would be too angry if you added the ability to scrap all, because people would start scrapping the wrong stuff. I don't know. So we put some of this heavier shit away so we can get over to that event if I can store. Like I said, I mean, this event is pretty gnarly. Like, I have to go turn in some legendaries to make room. Oh, also I did not equip my right piece of armor, because that'll help. Not even. Okay, now we're good. Okay, let's go finish up this last event. Take 2 seconds, and then we'll wrap up. I mean, I'm out of beer. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm a lawyer. I'm a Lutheran. Anybody else here? No. I know this is going to be super mutant, so let's take a shot of super mutants versus robots really quick. Look at this fray, dude. I like that silhouette. And now we massacre. How dare you try to fight my robots? Ooh, a Assaultron versus Super Mutant. I love this shot right here, dude. He's facing off. It's a regular John Travolta Nick Cage face off. Damn right, made in the U.S. Army. Made in the U.S. Army. I will, of course, destroy all of these robots for the EXP anyway. Sorry, Modus. They're just worth too much EXP. You know what I mean? There's too much EXP involved. These robots being killed. Uh-oh. They're going to kill all the beaver. Hey-oh. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's do a quick photo review of what we got. And then we will wrap it up. So, okay. Let's go chronological. Chronic. We're gonna use chronic logic here to go chronologically through the photos that we've taken. This is the first shot we took in the arena. I'm pretty sure this is the first one. Maybe we deleted one before that. Maybe. But I'm pretty stoked with the way it came out. All three of those... well, okay. There's only 2 player characters. The one on the far right side of the frame with the pipe pistol, that's a NPC. One of the... part of the event is defending those NPCs in that brightly colored orange and yellow armor. But all 3 of those people posed very nicely and separated from each other very nicely. I only wish there might be something that's clearly visible that they're actually attacking. There's not much of a foe that they're actually fighting. Layers like an onion. Right? Yeah, exactly. Peel back. Oh yeah, see, MJ, thank you again. Thank you very much. Sorry, I missed the comments so bad because I need a better. I need to get my comment monitor somewhere because currently I'm using the same monitor for my computer is the same monitor as my comment thing, and I gotta have like a separate thing a little bit closer, or at least closer. The problem is that my gaming monitor is a little bit offset from where I can see comments. Maybe there's a way to overlay it through my capture card onto the monitor that I play on, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Either way, I'm sorry if I missed comments. That's the bottom line. This looks really cool, though. I love that guy in the XO1 power armor on the left side of the frame. Guy with the minigun in the middle is kind of like sneaking around. Maybe it's a little silly that his minigun's sticking into the ground. That's why I was saying earlier that I wish he was tilted up, pointing towards where the other NPC is firing off to the right side of the screen. And it's just a little frustrating. There's really nothing that they're pointing at. Like, I wish there was an enemy in the frame somewhere, ideally on that little stand, on that little shelf above the crouching minigun wielder. Somebody up there firing down on them or something would have been absolutely fantastic. Either way, it's a pretty cool shot. Here's a better example of like actual combat taking place. You can see at least one enemy and some of the fallen foes laying on the ground, with everybody kind of firing in different directions. This is the kind of stuff that I would love to get great shots of. It's just very difficult to time it properly and compose all of these subjects in the frame at the exact same time. It's just a little bit difficult. Still very fun to give it a try, and I think this is a decent example of an okay scenario. Gary loved this shot of the robots pointing and making fun of the super mutants down in the river below Watoga, with this interesting night vision lens. I feel like we could do something real special with that night vision lens. We got to play around. I'll play around with it. Again, super mutants besieging Watoga and the robots, the Watoga government workers fending them off. This is a pretty cool shot, actually. I'm not stoked. There's like that branch on the left side of the frame that's kind of ruining things. And maybe I wish that the super mutant was also firing towards the furthest on the right robot up there, just so that his profile was more clearly visible. Right now, we're not seeing his face at all. You can't see any of the details of his face. We're literally mainly focusing on his back, and I think it would have been a lot cooler had the laser beam been focused and fired from that right robot, and the super mutant was firing towards that robot. Would have just made it a little bit stronger, but pretty cool shot. super mutant on, or a super mutant firing onto the robot whose limbs are crippled and all they can do is crawl now. I love that you got the 2 laser beams coming out from the robot though. I feel like I only really notice in game that they fire both lasers like subsequently one after the other. Existential dread. Yeah. Oh yeah, as always. Pretty cool shot though. A lot of what's happening on the left side of the frame is not necessary. I feel like we could have zoomed in. I like the other robot, the other Protectron standing above, but like I still could have zoomed in. Like I could crop out like a good 20% of the frame, the peripheral area, maybe tilt down and pan to the right a tiny bit and hold all of those elements in the frame and still tell the story that we wanted to tell. Also epic that it's raining. You can see the raindrops and you can see the raindrops in the water on the ground and also the raindrops falling through the frame. That's kind of another cool element of atmosphere. All about atmosphere here. So the more atmosphere, the better. Bottom line. Pretty cool over the shoulder of both these characters, these NPC or player characters, not NPCs. These player characters firing down on the Gulpers during the Moonshine Jamboree. This was one of the events that I was really hoping to get to shoot, and I'm glad that we did. As it is randomized, I could not have run into this event, and it would have been a little bit more disappointing. Only bummer here is that I think all the enemies are basically dead in these shots. There's nothing standing. All these enemies are just kind of like laying on the ground. That's fine. This shot's pretty cool, mainly because I love that Gulper hand, that claw on the left side of the frame. The frame feels a little unbalanced. I could have tilted up because they're definitely player characters on top of the roof, just on that left top quadrant of the frame. And had I tilted up and panned to the left, maybe we could have caught some of those firing down on that corpse that we can see its claw. And then the player character that's consumed with poison doesn't seem to be firing right in that moment. Otherwise, pretty cool shot. This shot's okay. I'm glad that like we kind of called out what we wanted from this shot. We took note of the elements that we were observing. And we tried to compose, and we waited for the decisive moment to grab this particular shot. Didn't come out that great. I think everything is a little too centralized. I would have loved to have spread the hallway further to the right side of the frame, and the player character firing upon that enemy a little bit further to the left side of the frame. But we were standing on a pretty thin platform, so I didn't have the ability to shift left or right in any significant way. Could have came out worse, could have came out better. Also, again, the mole miner that they are shooting is already falling, which isn't bad, but mole miners in particular are hard to tell what you're looking at with them if they're not posed in just the right way. And I think here I can kind of tell what's going on, but I would feel like most people would struggle to see what type of character is being fired on right there. Also, the fire on the right side of the frame looks kind of cool. Nothing going on the left side of the frame. There's a lot of issues with this one. I'll just delete this one for now. I can tell it's a mole. Wait, I can tell that mole is getting lit up. Right, yeah. I mean, he's gone, dude. Yeah, he's gone. I'll say, well, how much room do I have in my roll? Oh, I'm full. How many photos did I take and not get to actually receive them. I'll just delete this one because it's not the best. It's a good one, yeah. Oh, well, I deleted it, so... Whatever, it wasn't the best. Luckily, again, like I said, every single one of these images, every single one of these is saved on my internal PlayStation hard drive. It's one of the coolest things. That and then pre-roll on the video. No, yeah. I still have it saved, it's just not on my actual camera roll. I was hoping this one would come out as another wire walker shot. It did not end up as such.
Now it's locked in place.
Thank you,
Okay.
Gary, thank you.
So really?
Yeah.
You think, oh God, Harold?
Harold. Dude, we should do a Harold build. Anyway, I was hoping that this person would look like they're walking across that wire. I love those little, what are those called? Crow boxes? What are those called? The medieval torture device. Whatever, I won't look that up now. Either way, what are those called, though? I know what those are called, dude. I used to love castles and medieval time stuff all the time when I was a kid. God, what are those called? I should know. Either way, I wanted the shot to look like that person was standing on top of that wire where those little torture devices are hanging. But it didn't come out that way, so it's trash shot. Bye. Wait, I heard somebody... What did I just hear? I heard somebody say something. Is it in my game? Whatever. I thought I heard someone saying something like IRL, and there's usually nobody here. Oh, I know what it is. It's me, because I hit the volume button. No, here where it is. I hit the volume button on my keyboard, and I was hearing myself talk through my computer. That was really silly. Anyway, because there's like a slight delay, so if I say something, I hear it played back. Crisis averted. Anyway, we did our epic send-off of Sean Arnholt. This might be the best Sean Arnholt shot that I've had so far. Definitely on the stream. I try to get shots of him flying, and I will drink more water, Gary. Good call. Thank you. I try to get shots of him whenever I'm at that location, and I don't think I've gotten a better shot than this. This is definitely the best Sean Arnholt. At least at night. I might have had some cool sunset Arnholt shots, but this one really takes the cake in terms of night plus moon. My only issue with this image is that there's that tiny bit of a tree branch at the very, very, very bottom part of the frame, just below his head. What arm would that be? I guess his right, it's his right arm, just below his right arm at the bottom of the frame. There's like a tiny bit of a tree branch. And I probably could have been panned one way, left or right, maybe so that it wasn't such a centralized composition. Just like a little bit one way or the other. Maybe ideally to the left side of the frame, because then those clouds kind of have like cascading lines down towards the moon or down towards Sean himself. Looks like something he's dropping. Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. I'd buy that for $1. I'll take it. I'll use that excuse to justify why this is okay. Either way, I'm going to keep it. This shot, totally missed him firing. Not really much going on. I love that the cloud behind him, or in front actually, in front of the player character on that top right quadrant. That's a radioactive storm cloud, and those actually add a lot of color and an interesting subject to include in the frame. Pretty rare to get those included in one of our shots, so that's kind of cool, but other than that, pretty boring, so no. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. I think I tried to get... Oh, this is when that guy was running away from that group of super mutants, and they went behind that area on the left, and we missed it, so no. That shot's okay. That shot's okay. Again, no enemies clearly visible. It's because the enemies aren't visible that sometimes the shots end up looking a little bit barren. It's like, what are they firing at? There's nothing up there that's clear, so... I see just a bit of a vertibot on that top left corner, and then that was what... I'm not going to delete this one because that one's not that good. And then we shot this shot of the vertibot in front of the moon. It was great. Would have loved if I got it while it was silhouetted, but that's fine. I've been trying to get some good shots of vertibots with bodies in flight or something like that. Something along those lines. Some kind of cool vertibot shot. A vertibot pro snap, and I have not been able to achieve any of those. It's a random occurrence when you get to find these vertibots, so I cannot force it to happen. I just try it when we have the opportunity. That's a cool shot, though. I probably actually should have waited a second and just let the vertibot separate from the moon. Would have made it a better shot. Because here, it's not cool enough. It's not cool enough to be a silhouette against the moon. It's not close enough. The vertibot's not anywhere near the moon. Or not silhouetted anywhere against the moon. So we lost that opportunity. And I should have just waited a second, let it separate, and then it could have been a cool vertibot shot in the moon, but it's okay. Whatever. This shot is like a little bit dark, but I love that we have like a bit of the super mutants. I think that's just the super mutant's head exploding. It might be a full body explosion, but I see that the body on the bottom right side of the frame with the blood surrounding it, the blood exploding out of it, and then the chunks of the body flying above that guy that has the little coffin backpack on. Pretty rad. You can't learn from your... Oh, wait. You can't learn from your mistakes if you never make any. Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm learning. I'm growing. You know how much I've grown tonight?
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I've grown so much. This is a pretty cool shot over the shoulder of the super mutant. I also love that spent shell flying just below my image right here. There's like a spent shell being fired. I'm kind of bummed that the super mutant doesn't have a muzzle flash going off. Also, I could have been just a little bit to camera right so that the weapon's muzzle was also not riding into that windmill, because I would have loved that windmill to have been separated from the super mutant. And then obviously the muzzle flash going off would have added quite a bit to this shot. Not bad though, not a bad over the shoulder. This is okay. Again, it's not really clear what they're firing at, though, with the super mutants firing at. I guess it's the windmill, but there's nobody firing back. Like, you kind of want that, like, crosstalk of weaponry or of bullets flying in both directions. And here we only have, like, the single direction. These guys are firing at what looks like those structures. But it would have been cooler if there were some other player characters visible firing back at them, especially maybe somebody up on top of this junk pile on the right side of the frame. That could have been cool. There's our savior. There's our team leader that saved us. I really wish he was firing here. He is firing. I just caught it at the wrong time. So again, no muzzle flash. I'm always striving to get some muzzle flashes. And again, there's no super mutants that are clearly visible in the frame, so it kind of bones us there. See, here we have muzzle flash, but then the composition sucks because he cropped his shoulder out or his jetpack out, and there's still no super mutants clearly visible. A lot of these I'll probably delete. Like, I'll probably delete this one. I'll probably delete both. Actually, I'll just delete both those. I need to make room so I can shoot some real photos or some other photos while I am not on the stream. I might go through these and delete them before we even stream again. We'll see. This also could have been really cool. Here we have an actual face-off and enough crosstalk. I'm just calling it crosstalk between these two characters, the NPC and the player character, but neither of them. I was like just at the wrong split second where neither of them are firing. Or at least it doesn't look like they're firing because there's no muzzle flash. And that could have been really cool because we have the little battle going on that left-ish side of the frame and a little bit of the background on the right side of the frame. A little bit of the backdrop of the battleground. But again, just a little bit off because there's no actual muzzle flashes, which would have helped out quite a bit. I also like the super mutant's body that's fallen on the left side of the frame. And then we got this last shot of this group of super mutants destroying. I think this shot's cool. This shot you can't see what they're fighting, but just a bunch of super mutants just jumbled up. But this one's great because you can clearly see the Mr. Gutsy that they're firing on, and that's pretty nice. The guy on the right side of the frame is like doesn't look like you can tell what they're doing, but that's fine. Not bad, not bad. Again, I'll probably delete a lot of these. I have 8 shots. As long as I can shoot a couple photos in the wild while I'm not streaming, that's fine. I'll get by. So what was the shot of the night? It might be the Sean Arnholt shot, dude. Actually, you know what? I like this arena shot. This arena shot is all chaotic. There's so much going on. It's a large group of characters, and yet they're all decently visible, which is not easy to achieve, especially with this many people on the screen. So it's either that one or the Sean shot. Sean in front of the moon. But you know what? Because this is because we did this stream for the public events, I'll call it this. This shot of the arena, the test your metal event shot with all these characters battling it out against the robots. That's pretty cool. Also, that's including our public team leader that was saving our life, so I think that's an added bonus on the left side of the frame. Badass. So yeah, that'll be our shot of the night. What can I AFK anything? Well, Radiation Rumble's up. Just popped. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna chill. Oh, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up. I had to go to the bathroom like a while ago, and I was like, well, I'll wrap up. Like at 10, I was like, I'll wrap up, and then I'll go to the bathroom. But that event popped, man. So anyway, I'm very antsy. Ready to go to the bathroom, ready to eat some food, ready for a snack. And ready to relax. Hope that was fun. Hope that was enjoyable. Entertaining. Hope you guys were shooting some photos whilst watching the stream, because that's the ideal. It is Friday, so I do hope everybody enjoys their weekend and does something fun. If you're working, enjoy your work, man. Enjoy what you're doing. You don't have to be down about having to work. I mean, this is technically work for me, and I do my best to enjoy every damn second of it. So definitely try to enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Try to relax, be positive, as always. I'll be back on probably Wednesday will be the next time I stream, because we're not going to do Marriage Mondays in Stardew Valley anymore unless otherwise noted. It's going to be Wednesdays, and that way we get a nice consistent 3 days of streaming. We do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think that's a better way to go about it, but let me know what you think. If you think it's better to do a Monday and then have a little break and then do Wednesday and Friday, that's cool too. I will over the course of streaming probably do all days in a jumble of different orientations of days of streaming, depending on what we're doing. And everything's kind of a work in progress anyway, so everything is subject to change. Please be patient. Please bear with me. I appreciate it. Let's do socialists. But yeah, Wednesday is probably going to be the next time, probably the next day. And that, again, Stardew Valley, how to marry a photographer in Stardew Valley. If you liked the stream and you want to watch previous episodes or see what else we do here, check out the YouTube. Mostly has been the previous streams, just as on-demand entertainment for your viewing pleasure. But we're also working on the photography in whatever media it is that we're streaming. So in this case, Fallout 76, we'll have a full-fledged photography in Fallout 76 video going into a deep dive into the ins and outs of photography in this game, the camera that we use, what you can change about the camera, the type of photography that we can do, what you can do with photography, what if in the game you can quest-wise accomplish, which in this game there are photo-related quests. Some games like Zelda, well, no, it's not true. There's a lot of photographic questing type of stuff, or at least there's one. Maybe there's not. No, there's some quests in there, but some games there's only a photo mode where you're really just documenting your exploits in the game, and there's no way to actually do anything with the photos in terms of accomplishing things in the game. But in this game, there are photo quests and things like that. So those are the kind of things we'll detail in those videos. Instagram has mainly been the real photos that we take here on the stream, because we have in-studio photo shoots that we do sometimes. Haven't done one of those for a while, but I got some cooking on the way. So mostly Instagram has been those real photo shoots that we do, but eventually we'll probably add some more in-game photography stuff on there. Twitter has mostly been alerts for when we go live on the stream, which I need to relink that. I realized that when I started the stream tonight, I need to re-sign into my Twitter, and I was having trouble signing in, and I couldn't get that set up. But keep an eye out there if you want to be alerted for when we're going live. Patreon has mostly been a way for me to make money. If you enjoyed what you watched and you think I am deserving of it, obviously very much appreciate any kind of help you can add. Make this happen, keep this going. Wait, did I miss you talking about Shutter's viewfinders tonight, bro? We talked about it a little bit. I went over. I did switch through all the different lenses, and we looked at all the different viewfinders. So there's a nice little chunk in there. I'll try to get a time stamp for you if you want to look at all the different viewfinder graphics that they have, and all the different. We talked about focal lengths. I talked about the shutter a little bit. Just a tiny bit, because I also want to do some more research before we talk about the shutters too much. I want to actually look at the shutters in that camera, or the both the aperture and the shutter of the cameras, and just compare them. For a second, I thought that they had confused
Beautiful. Doing
the
well.
actual. Thank you. I thought they had confused the aperture graphic with the shutter graphic, but I actually looking at it after I was thinking about it, it does look like they actually got a decent looking shutter graphic versus what the actual aperture would look like. But either way, I want to study that a little bit more before we go deep in depth. Speaking about it, because I don't want to look like a fool. Also, if you liked this type of photography and you're interested in the customizing of our Argus camera that we're using in the game, we have a pretty awesome website. It's a pretty basic website, pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's all right. But it's at the beginning stages. I basically threw that up as a jumping off point for our ProSnap website, and I have a lot of stuff that we're gonna do with that website. But that will document and have all the content related to photography in this game and the customization of our Argus camera. That would all be documented there. And if you did take any photos in game while we were streaming, bonus points, first of all, multiplier to your points earned, but we also have a really cool Discord community, a lot of great people on there. Everybody on there very much appreciates photography, in-game photography, and we would love to see any kind of things you create with your photography, both in real life and in game. We have great sections for both, and check that out if you are interested in sharing what you got. Like I said, I'll be back on Wednesdays. The next day I plan on streaming, but maybe I'll pop up sooner if it behooves me, if something pops up. But the regular schedule will now be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, consecutive days. For now, it'll switch up maybe as time goes on, but for now, I think that's a good way to do it. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. You definitely deserve to relax and have some fun. Definitely be safe. If you've been drinking, I've been drinking and I'm gonna stay home. If you've been drinking, no driving. Be safe. Be cautious. Okay. And enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. As always, take care. Take pictures. Don't lose your dinosaur. And I'll see everybody on the next stream. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. Goodbye from the dark room for now. We'll be back very soon. Throw a snack your way. Snack, y'all. Snack you all. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.